30-тысячный Toretsk.
Toretsk, with 30,000 residents, which is located only 10 kilometers from the contact line, still remembers the events of the year 2014. This is the city council building. It is still in such a condition, which remained it after the fighting that took place in the center of Toretsk. The first forces were sent to repair schools, kindergartens, to restore the medical sector, but this building still reminds of those events. The Russians ruined the private houses of local residents either. Roofs, windows and facades were repaired by local authorities as part of the regional program Restoration of Destroyed Housing as a result of hostilities. From the material reserve of the same program, Toretsk officials, despite the new shelling, continue to restore fresh damage.
It was at 13 o'clock in the afternoon, hitting the chimney.
Olga, a resident of Toretsk, has 4 children. The youngest is almost 2 years old and the oldest is 19. It was he who, at the time of the shelling of the residential area of the city by the Russian army, hid his brothers and sisters under the table.
The children were at home in this room. I was on another street. There was also shelling. There were 2 craters next to me. I don't remember anything else. I saw smoke in the direction and ran. The son decided to hide them here. He put a table and put all the children under the table.
The house where 4 children were hiding was left without a roof. Workers of the State Emergency Service began to restore it immediately.
The load-bearing beams and rafters have been completely replaced, the roofs have been completely recovered, and this family and other elderly have remained in their homes.
Neighboring houses were also damaged by shelling. People ran to the shelter but did not manage, and this saved their lives. The shells hit the shelter.
There were 2 hits. The neighbor's cow was killed. We just managed to run up. There was a shelter and we would not have been there either.
There are problems with centralized water supply in the city. Since the end of last year, enemy shells in the so-called gray zone have destroyed the water supply system. The Ukrainian side provided guarantees of the regime of silence in a matter of hours, but the occupiers made them wait for weeks. Now the possibility of reaching an agreement and liquidating is not even talked about.
Unfortunately, the reservoirs in Horlivka, from where we received purified water, are almost dry. The Donetsk water canal is damaged and water is not supplied to Horlivka, and it is not supplied to Toretsk either.
The supply of technical and drinking water is carried out by city utilities and rescuers. The locals are used to it and don't consider it a problem. They say the main thing is peace in Ukraine.
Everything is in order, everything is good. We would have peace and nothing else is needed.
Reported by Olena Shustova, Olena Khramova, Donetsk region, Ukraine, UATV News.